All right, so I have a brand new video just dropped, just released by the Ukraine. Um, well, we're talking about our fearless leader, President Biden. Illegitimate. So, listen, we all know what this guy's all about. All right, it's pretty clear what his values are. It's pretty clear how he got in the White House, and it's been clear how he operates. And this is how he operates. And if you guys, now, just so you guys know, I'm aware of the other Ukraine tapes. I'm well aware. We played them on this. We played them on this show when they first came out over a year ago. And so I am aware of those. I know those. Trust me, this is a brand new tape, just dropped, just released by the Ukraine. To my knowledge, it's just released. This will be the first time you hear it. I'm not seeing it anywhere, except for where I found it. I'm not really seeing it anywhere. So just to give you guys the background of it, in case you're not familiar, um, you might be, but I don't know if I should play all the tapes. But you know what? You can find. I've played the other tapes so many different times. So if you've been watching the show, you've seen the tapes. And basically, Hunter Biden, while he's at Burisma, there was a. Oh man, there's some key words there. There was. How you doing, Freckles? First in. Well, it is late. It is late. There's not going to be that many people live. But so his. While he was working there was a prosecutor looking into him. Well, in the other tapes, if you've heard them, the prosecutor, Biden wanted that prosecutor gone. And so he was talking to the president of the Ukraine, who ironically, is big on ending corruption with the Ukraine. Because Ukraine is like, it's like the world's, they've kind of been like the world's neighborhood whore, for lack of a better term. Everybody kind of gets a turn. Everybody gets a little something from it. That's how Ukraine has been for the, for recent history. Well, this new president, he was an actor or something like that. He wants to end that. And he's going to start ending it with this swamp beast of a president we have. And I'm happy he's doing it. And if you guys want to hear the old videos, I'm sure you guys have seen when he's at the Council of Foreign Relations, the CFR, and he says it right there. You want to talk about quid pro quo? He says it right to those guys. He's like bragging about it because he's an old guy. He's so corrupt. When you start losing your mind, things start slipping. It's like he forgets where he is. He forgets the cameras are on. He's amongst all his greaseball friends. And he starts bragging about, oh, yeah, and I told the prosecutor, listen here, mother effer. Yeah, I told the president to fire that prosecutor. He better be fired in the morning. Well, one thing for him bragging, in the 80s, he claimed he had 3 degrees and he was top of every class. None of that was true. In fact, the only degree he does have, he had to go back and test again for it because they found out that he had plagiarized his every single assignment he ever did when he was in school. He had to go back and redo his degree, his law degree. So, I mean, this guy's always been a slime ball. So I'm just going to play this for you guys. If you guys want to hear the other tapes, they're easy to find. I didn't even consider playing them. I played them so many times. So I hope you guys enjoy. Again, this is him. This is just to set some context. This is him talking to the president of Ukraine after he told him, you need to fire the prosecutor looking into my son. You need to fire him. And he makes the president fire this prosecutor that's looking into his son and Burisma. Put that together. All right. I mean, we're hitting some keywords here. Okay, so after the deed is done, the president of Ukraine reluctantly fires him. he didn't want to, but this is the Vice President of the United States of America. Um, and I'm sure Obama was, making sure this happened as well. They were getting rich off of it. This is what they do. His son's kicking back all kinds of money, and he knows that this country and this president really needed this $1 billion loan. They really wanted to get this $1 billion loan, and the only way to secure it was to do what he said. So he did it. And it obviously left a bad taste in his mouth because ever since Biden started running for president, ever since he first started running, a year and a half, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, whatever, he started dropping these tapes. Except he never dropped the tape that showed Biden saying, well, yeah, he did actually say a lot, but it never kind of showed the follow-up where the deed was done and he said, okay, thank you for doing that, and here's the $1 billion. Well, seems like he maybe wanted to wait until it, held a little bit more weight. And trust me, if the media is honest at all, you'll start hearing about this. Well, hopefully like Fox News or OAN or Newsmax, one of them will stop playing it. Because everyone knows it happened, but it's just different when you hear it. Now that he's president, it's different hearing it, it's a whole different thing than when he was just running and nobody thought he would win. Now that we know how he got in, yeah. All right, so I'm going to play this, and, I've been wanting to do a show. I got a lot of things I want to catch up on, but I don't want to be talking too much. Let's get straight to the video. All right. So it has the same format as the old ones. If you guys remember, it's the same format as the other videos, but this is one that hasn't been played. I haven't heard it anywhere, and it's saying it's just released. I believe it. It makes sense. I haven't heard this one. I've heard the other tapes that have the same format. So if you think you heard this before, think twice. This was just released. All right, here we go.
Hey, Mr. President, Joe Biden. How are you?
Very well indeed. As usual when I hear your voice. Thank you very much.
You are doing very well. Congratulations.
When he hears his voice, he hears cha-ching.
I'm getting the new prosecutor general. I know there's a lot more that has to be done, but I really...
Yeah, that's his way of basically saying, like, I acknowledge what you did. Congratulations on the new prosecutor general. He knows that the phone calls are being recorded or could be recorded. Well, they are being recorded. So, you can't say, hey, thank you for firing him, like I said. So, that, he basically does say it, but his way of acknowledging it is just congratulating him on firing a prosecutor general, which what president would, that makes no sense. No president is going to be like, hey, I heard you fired your prosecutor general, and that's the first thing he says. It's pretty clear what's going on here, especially if you heard the other tapes and him talking at the CFR. All right, I'm not going to interrupt anymore. I'm just going to have it play right through. Enjoy.
I think that's good, and I understand you're working with the rod in the coming days on a number of additional laws to secure the IMF. But congratulations on installing the new prosecutor general. It's going to be critical for him to work quickly to repair the damage Shokin did. And I'm a man of my word. And that now that the new prosecutor general is in place, we're ready to move forward in signing that new $1 billion loan guarantee.
And that's what we call the completion of a bribe.
And I don't know how you want to go about that. I'm not going to be able to get to Kyiv anytime soon, maybe in the next month or so. And I don't know whether you could either sign it with our ambassador, or if you came here, we could sign it. Or if you want, we're inviting Groisman here later. I'm going to be talking to him later this morning. Not for that purpose. We're inviting him to Washington. And so I'll leave it up to you as to how you want that done and when you want it done.
First of all, thank you very much indeed for these words of support. Believe me that was a very tough challenge and very difficult job, and Mrs. Timoshenko and Mr. Leshko fraction tried to break this, because we not only voted for the new prosecutor general, which we do in a very short period of time. In one day, we changed the law. By the way, in this law, we are presenting the new structure of the General Prosecutor Office, including the General Inspection, as we agreed with you. And the second thing, I immediately invite Lutsenko and said that he should contact your embassy, and I would be very pleased if you will have a certain person who can come either from Washington or wherever. We have here, I don't remember his name, the Ukrainian origin American prosecutor. He is a little bit old. I sent to the Jeffrey his name, and he was ready to come and to be assistant and advisor. With a very good experience in the American system, and he can be the person of trust with the new prosecution system. I think this is exactly the right time to do that, and if he's still ready to come and to cooperate from the very first step, from the very first minute of the new prosecutor, that is exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, let me get in contact with the Justice Department and pursue that. I'll get his name and let me find out where that is, because it is in our interest, obviously, to provide professional assistance as quick as we can, so this gets up and started in the right direction. So,
I mean, isn't this gross? They're trying to pretend this is like a state call where you're talking about world issues, and you know, you're going to talk about some issues with money, but for your countries, not for your greasy hands. I mean, it's disgusting. This is the guy talking to all the world leaders, deciding how things are going to go. We don't have a patriot in the White House looking out for the people anymore. We got this scumbag in there talking about getting his greasy, filthy hands on it, every dime he can, and selling America up the friggin' river. It just bothers me. I know it bothers you guys too.
I will move on that as soon as we hang up. I'll put that in train, and I'll get back to you as to what I'm able to do.
Absolutely. The second thing, thank you very much indeed. This is exactly what I'm looking for. The second thing is that
what
I
kind
want
of
to thank
example
you that you give me your word that immediately when we change the legislation and I appoint the new prosecutor general, and it would be Yuri Lutsenko, as we agreed on our previous meeting in Washington. And
I mean, look at that. What kind of example does that set? You know, this president's just what I want. You know, back to, you know, this guy hates corruption, though. You know, so disgusting.
When it happened, we can have at least loan guarantee, and thank you very much.
So that's that. That's what we got for our president, folks. I mean, we expected nothing less. Look at how he obtained the White House. So take for that what you will. I hope that the media has the balls to report on this. All right, love you guys. God bless. And this is the Red Pill Dispensary. Salute.